Good afternoon, students. I think in the last class we are discussing about the Grignard reagents. So, about the portion for the coming weekend, tomorrow I can give a clarity whether to conduct exam on Grignard reagent or I want to whether I can conduct exam on the previous chapters whatever I completed. That tomorrow I will give you one clarity. Okay, so please wait till tomorrow, then I will let you know. But anyway, now tell in the last class I think we are doing some questions. Am I right? What are the questions? How many isomeric alkyl chlorides? That question only. So in that question, I collected some questions from the previous papers now. So now, come on, let us continue that question only here. So now I want to prepare this alkane. Clear everyone? I want to prepare this alkane. Okay. So how many isomeric chlorides, alkyl chlorides, upon treatment with Grignard reagent will give this one? Come on, do it. So now, please tell me your answer through the chat box. How many isomeric alkyl chlorides when treated with Grignard reagent? Still, you people didn't write the question. This is the question. Ethyl cyclopentane. So tell me now what is the answer for this question. Come on, please respond. Everyone. Three, 4, 5, 6, like that. I'm getting the answers still. What happened? Others also. So mostly you people are giving 6, 4, 5, like that. Let me solve the question. Okay, this question we got in the JEE Advanced in the integer type. Okay, so let me solve this question. How many isomeric alkyl chlorides? Clear? Now, first one, see clearly, everyone know. Okay, so now, first one is this one. Clear? So this one treated with magnesium ether followed by hydrolysis, I will get that given alkane. Clear everyone? Now coming to the point of the second one. Okay, so second one is this one. Okay, but here one should see now one chiral center is there. So when chiral center is there, 2 products. When chiral center is not there, 1 product. Clear? Now third one. Okay, so third possibility is this one. Clear? And here there is no chiral center, therefore only 1 we can expect from here. Now coming to the point of the fourth possibility. Okay, so fourth possibility is this one. Now in this case, once you see now 2 chiral centers are there. When 1 chiral center means 2 products, so 2 chiral center means 4 products totally. Clear everyone? Now fifth one. Okay, so fifth possibility is this one. Now here also 2 chiral centers are there. This is 1 chiral center, this is 1 chiral center. So total 4. 4 plus 4, 8, 9, 9 plus 2, 11, 11 plus 1, 12. Okay, 12 is the answer. Come on, do it. 12 is the answer here. So anyone having any doubt here, tell me. How in last compound 2 chiral centers? Every carbon is having 4 different groups. That is called chiral center. Na? Who is this? Subiksha. Okay, anyway, come on, still others also please respond. Answer is 12. Clear everyone? Followed? Let us do still some more questions. See, in this type of questions, you need some clarity because no one had given the correct answer now. Okay, now still some more questions we are going to do. So now next question. Okay, so now write down. I want to prepare this alkane CH3, C, CH3, CH3. Clear? How many isomeric alkyl chlorides can give this alkane? Come on, at least try this one. How many isomeric alkyl chlorides can give this one? So please respond. What is the answer here? Tell me. Please respond quickly. Some students are giving 2, some students are giving 1. Yes, others also please respond. Okay, so here, what is the answer? Okay, let me write the answer. So here, answer is only 1. Why? Why? Because this is primary carbon. It is bonded to only one other carbon. This is also primary carbon. This is also primary carbon. This is also primary carbon. Only one type of carbons are there. Is it clear? Therefore, answer is 1. Because only one type of carbons are there here. Followed everyone? Any more doubts here? Any more doubts here? Tell me. Only one type of carbons are there here. Clear? Therefore, we will get only one alkyl, one isomeric alkyl chloride. Okay. Next, one more question also. This question which I am going to discuss now. Okay. Some 2-3 questions from recent JEE Advanced. Okay. So now write down. I want to prepare this alkane. How many isomeric alkyl chlorides can give this one? How many isomeric alkyl chlorides can give this one? Let me see how many of you will do correct this one. Two, 1. I didn't understand whether it is 2 or 1. Come on, others also please respond. Only 1. Come on, please respond. Your answers are clearly indicating that you are not at all practicing. It is very clear. Let me solve this question. Okay. Before going to solve this question, whenever one important note, whenever hydrolysis is required, do reaction with water. Whenever deuterolysis is required, do reaction with D2O. Whenever hydrolysis is required, reaction with water. Whenever deuterolysis is required, reaction with D2O. H2O, D2O, both are same only. Only thing is isotopes are different. Okay. Anyway, now let me give the solution for this question. So first of all, CH2Cl, clear. Then after CHDPH. Okay. So once you see here, we got a chiral center. Therefore, two isomers from here. So copy simultaneously. Clear. Now next one. Okay. So next one is CH3. Then after CdClPH. Okay. Remove the hydrogen. In place of hydrogen, put the chlorine. Then again we got chiral center. So two products. Clear. So now try to understand. We removed hydrogen. Now in the same one, we now remove deuterium then. Okay. Because deuterium, hydrogen, both are isotopes only. Is it clear, everyone? In the previous compound, I removed hydrogen. Now from the same carbon, remove deuterium. So again a chiral center. So again two products here, two isomers. Follow? Now next possibility, CH3, CHD. Okay. pH I am writing like this. Okay. So let me put chlorine here. Now what happened? Again we got a chiral center here, you see. Therefore, two isomers from here. Now change the position of chlorine. Change the position of chlorine. Clear? But still again this is the chiral center again too. Clear? Now again we can change the position. CH3, CH2. Okay. So at para position chlorine. Again this is a chiral center. So total again 2. Therefore the final answer is 12. Come on, copy. So anyone having any doubt in this question? Tell me. So this is the alkene that we have to prepare. Now these are the isomeric alkyl chlorides. Total 12. So please respond having any doubts still. No doubts. So no one had given the correct answer. So let us see next questions. Now next question I am giving in this way. Okay. So now try this one. Everyone know. So here I am putting chlorine. Now this carbon weight is 14. Isotopic carbon. Clear? So this one, when treated with magnesium and ether, then a compound A is formed. This A, when treated with water, then a compound B is formed here. Now same A, when treated with D2O, a compound C is formed. So identify A, B, C. Identify A, B, C. I hope you got the answer. What happened? No one is giving any response. Very simple question I had given this time. Are you able to hear me? pH carbocation. What is that? I didn't understand. Okay, let me answer the question. Okay, so first of all, solution for this question. Okay, so now this is the reactant given to us. So this one, when treated with magnesium and ether, then this is your A. Clear? So this one, when treated with water, then so this is your B. Clear? Now same when treated with heavy water, D2O. Same when treated with heavy water, then in place of H here D will come, but 14 still remains as it is. This is your C and this is your A. So these are A, B, C. Clear? Let me put in a box so that it will be clear to you. Followed, this is your A. This is the B. And this is your C. So is it clear to everyone? Please respond. Got it, everyone? Tell me, any doubts? No. Okay. Now, in this type of questions, now last question, which we got in very recent, I think some 1-2 years back only, in the JEE Advanced. Clear? Come on, do it. No. So here I am writing the question. This is benzyl chloride. So this benzyl chloride, when treated with magnesium and ether, then a compound A is formed, which when treated with water, B is formed. But this one, when treated with heavy water, okay, C plus D plus E are formed. C plus D plus E. With water, only B is formed. With heavy water, C, D and E are formed. So identify A, B, C, D, E. Identify A, B, C, D, E. Comprehension question, this one from Grignard reagent. Come on, try. Yes, B is toluene. Up to B it is correct only, but I want about C, D and E. I want C, D and E. Many students are writing B correct. Anilina. Who is this? Meenachi. I don't know from where we got aniline. Aniline means NH2 should be there. Where NH2 is there here? I didn't understand. Okay, anyway, still others. Okay, let me give the solution for this question. Okay, so see the solution for this question now. So most of you got the A like this. CH2, MgCl, CH2 minus, MgCl plus. Clear? So this when treated with water, then what happened here? The CH2 minus is there now, it will take H plus from water. It will take H plus from water, then we get toluene. So this is your B. Followed? Now about C, D, E we will think. Okay. So now see clearly. Now first of all try to understand everyone. C, D, E are there na? Okay. They are generated from A only. That is the important thing. So now what is our A? A is this one, am I right? CH2 MgCl. This is our A. Clear? Now here I will do one thing. I will remove the circle here. I will put the pi bond so that it will be clear to you. So now what happened when treated with heavy water? When treated with heavy water, then one product is this one. Okay, and this is your C product. Clear? Then what about D and E? That also we are going to see now. Okay. So CH2 minus MgCl, this is your A. Followed? Now try to understand when the negative charge comes here, pi bond has to go to the next carbon. Clear? So now if I write the resonating structure here, negative charge and here two pi bonds are there, then here what happened? Double bonded CH2. MgCl no need to write. If you write or doesn't write, it will not make any difference. Are you followed everyone? Now what happened from D to O? Okay, D to O writing in this way, D plus OD minus. Okay, don't forget every carbon will have hydrogen. Every carbon will have one hydrogen. Clear? So now try to understand my point here. So what happened here now? Okay, I will explain in this way to make you to understand well. So now try to understand here. So here double bonded CH2, two pi bonds are there in the ring, hydrogen and deuterium. Clear? So now what happened here? One pi bond enters into the ring to make the ring aromatic. Then this hydrogen will go near to the carbon. Clear? Then what is the product formed here? Then so the ring will become aromatic again, and this is the CH3, this is the D, and this is your D product. This is your D product. Clear? Now what about the E product? For that again I am taking here CH2 minus, MgCl no need to write. Clear? So when the negative charge comes here, pi bond has to go to the next carbon. Okay. Therefore here you will get the double bonded CH2, here negative charge and here pi bond. Clear? So again what happened when negative charge enters into the ring, pi bond has to go to the para position. So now what happened here? Then here double bonded CH2, pi bond, and here negative charge is there. Negative charge. Clear? So from D to O, negative charge will take D plus ion. From D to O, negative charge will take the D plus ion. Already hydrogen is there, and now deuterium came here. Deuterium. Again following the previous mechanism. Clear? Again bring the pi bond into the ring. Hydrogen send it to the CH2. Final answer I am writing here. Final answer I am writing here. CH3D. Okay. And this is your E product. But I try to understand in the D product, you see, everyone know. In the D product, okay, deuterium is at ortho position. Here, now in the E product, deuterium is at the para position. Because you know well that whenever you write resonance structures, okay, charges will come only at ortho and para position. This is your D product, this is your E product, clear? And this is your C product, clear? While this is your B product. Followed B, C, then after D and E. Clear everyone? Last step, hyperconjugation. How it is hyperconjugation? Resonance only. What happened? No one is giving the answer. Any more doubts? Write the resonance. Who is this Harini? I think you know how to write the resonance. No? Pi bond enters into the ring from the top. How we wrote the resonance in case of ortho position? The same thing. What happened? Clear everyone? Right. Now, let us take one more topic here in this Grignard reagent. Clear? So, first one is acid-base reactions. Acid-base reactions completed. Now the next one is the nucleophilic substitution, nucleophilic substitution and elimination. Nucleophilic substitution and elimination. Nucleophilic substitution and elimination. Clear? I hope you remember in the starting of Grignard reagent, I told you, okay, nucleophilic substitution, SN2 mechanism will happen with Grignard reagents. Okay, so why SN2? Why? Because in Grignard R minus is there. R minus is strong nucleophile. Strong nucleophile always favors SN2 mechanism. Clear, everyone? So now what happened here? RMGX. This RMGX when treated with RX. Okay, RX. But remember everyone, this RX is there na, up to secondary alkyl halide only you have to take. Because in SN2 only primary and secondary can participate. Tertiary cannot participate here. Is it clear everyone? And remember everyone, X must not be equal to fluorine. Why? Fluorine is very poor leaving group. Fluorine is very poor leaving group. Okay. As I told you, SN2 reaction. Followed. So now here X minus will depart out. Then this R minus is there na. R minus attacks on this R. Then what happened here? You will get RR. We will get here RR. Clear? Now, let us take some examples to explain this one. Now, for example, if I take now CH3MgCl, okay, CH3MgCl when treated with CH3, CH2, Cl. Come on, tell me, what is the product formed here? What is the product formed here? Okay, so same like the previous case. So chlorine will depart out and this CH3 minus will attack on this carbon. So as a result, the product formed is what? CH3, CH2, CH3, propane. Clear? Now, for example, if I take a compound like this now, CH3, MgCl, clear? Now, when treated with the chlorocyclohexane by SN2 mechanism, clear? Then again the same thing, CH3 minus will attack here and chlorine will depart out. Clear, everyone? Then what is the product formed here? Methyl cyclohexane. Methyl cyclohexane. Now, for example, if I take now CH3Cl, CH3MgCl, okay, CH3MgCl. Now here I will take the tertiary alkyl halide. Okay, I will take the tertiary alkyl halide. Tertiary alkyl halide. So now what to do? Tell me here. Tertiary alkyl halide. So what happens here then? So now what happens here? I will take in this way. Okay. This CH3 is there, na? CH3, I will write like this. So this is the tertiary, and you know, on tertiary alkyl halide, SN2 never happens. But remember, E2 will happen. You know, remember E1, E2? I told in E1, E2, in both the cases, okay, tertiary is more reactive. Therefore, this CH3 minus is there, na? Strong base. So strong base and strong nucleophile favors E2 mechanism. Favors E2 mechanism. Then what happened? Okay, in presence of strong base, HCl will be removed out here. Clear? When HCl is removed out, then what happened here? CH3, then here CH3, then here double bonded CH2. Clear? The H plus which came out, the H plus ion which is coming out, that combines with the CH3 minus, and here the byproduct formed is methane. The byproduct formed is methane. Okay, tell me, anyone having a doubt here? Anyone having any doubt here? Please tell me. Because I told you nucleophilic substitution and elimination. How HCl form in E2? I think you people are not revising the previous topics. If you are revising, you will not ask this type of doubts. In E2, anytime HCl will form. What happened? Others also, please. Okay, come on, next one. Now, next one here. Okay, now CH3MgCl when treated with CH3C triple bonded CH2Cl. Now tell me, what is the product formed here? What is the product formed here? Chlorine will depart out and CH3 minus will attack on this carbon from here. So what is the product formed here? CH3, C, triple bonded C, CH2, CH3. Clear? Now, next, fifth one more example here. Okay, so CH3MgCl plus CH3O CH2Cl. Then what is the product formed here? So what happened here? Chlorine will depart out, CH3 minus will attack on this carbon. So what is the product formed here? CH3O, CH2, CH3. Clear everyone? Now next one. CH3 MgCl when treated with CH2 double bonded CH2Cl. So what is the product formed here? Okay, so here also again chlorine will depart out. Now CH3 minus will attack on this carbon. So what happened here? CH2 double bonded CH2 CH3 is the product formed. Okay, now see one more important thing, that here if I take now RMGX when treated with chlorine, RMGX when treated with chlorine. Okay, so what happened here also again one chlorine will depart out. So R minus attacks on one more chlorine, then here we will get RCl, chloroalkane. Similarly, if I take now bromine, okay, then here I will get bromoalkane, and if I take iodine, I will get iodoalkane. So tell me, anyone having any doubts in these reactions? One student is asking pi sigma positive conjugation. Are both products are same only, man? Anirudh, they are equal resonance structures, na? Any doubts in these reactions? Clear? Let me change the concept here then. Okay. Now, next one, Grignard reaction on epoxides. Grignard reaction on epoxides. On epoxides. Okay, please put the heading. Now, here on epoxides, how the reaction will happen. Clear? So, once you see now, everyone know. So, CH2, here O and O. Is it clear, everyone? So, now what happened? This is called as the epoxide. Three-membered cyclic ether is called as the epoxide. So, this one, when treated with the Grignard reagent, Clear, everyone? Three-membered rings are highly strained rings. So they always try to open the ring. So when the negative charge comes here, then the ring has to open in this direction. Clear, everyone? So this reaction also follows which mechanism? SN2 mechanism. Therefore, now what happened? Tell me here now. So CH2, here you will get the O minus, then here CH2 for this CH2, R is bonded. Clear? Now what happened here? So when you do the H3O plus, that means hydrolysis. So O minus will take H plus ions from water. Then you will get here CH2, CH2R. Hope it is clear, everyone. Okay, but you see, if you take unsymmetrical epoxide, unsymmetrical means like this. Okay, now for example, if I take now like this unsymmetrical epoxide, so this unsymmetrical epoxide now when treated with RMGX, unsymmetrical epoxide when treated with RMGX. Clear? I think you know, in case of SN2 mechanism, nucleophile attacks on the less crowded carbon. Nucleophile attacks on the less crowded carbon like this. Then the ring will open in this direction. Clear? So if you do the hydrolysis, you will get the OH here. Followed, everyone? This is the product formed here. So negatively charged nucleophile attacks on less crowded carbon. In SN2, always rate of SN2 inversely proportional to crowding. This we discussed in SN2 mechanism also. Clear? Now, for example, if I take a 4-membered next ether, okay, so this one when treated with RMGX, okay, so same thing will happen. Negative charge attacks on any one carbon, then the ring will open. Okay, then what is the product formed here? Okay, in this way you will get the product here, and this is R. Completed. Now, for example, if I take now 5-membered ether, okay, or else 6-membered ether, when treated with Grignard, okay, no reaction. Why? Because these two rings are there, na? They are the less strained rings, and they are more stable. So when they are more stable, they have less reactivity. They will not open. The rings will not open. They are less strained rings. So therefore, they are more stable, and that rings do not open. Clear? So tell me, are you having any doubt here? Anyone having any doubt? Reaction on epoxides? Okay, nucleophile attacks on the less crowded carbon. Clear? So still some reactions are there on epoxides that we will see in the tomorrow's class. Okay, so today I will be showing you the slides from the starting onwards. See clearly, everyone now. Starting onwards, slides I am showing here. Come on, this is the next one. Okay, this is the next one. Next one, this one. Next one, this one. And next one is this one. The nucleophilic substitution and elimination. Then next examples here. Then these are some examples of SN2. Okay, next examples. And this is ethoxides reaction. Okay, then this one. So clear everyone. We will meet in the next class regarding still some more questions. Okay, Ranjit sir. Hello, Ranjit sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So can you end the meeting, please?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can leave. You can leave, sir. No problem.
No. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.